Today on Good Morning Maine, a Maine lawmaker has introduced a bill that intends to ban a neo-Nazi training camp in northern Maine. Plus, a fast-moving house fire resulted in the total loss of a home yesterday in Burlington. And construction has begun in Waterville to replace a century-old bridge. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith and thank you for joining us. Let's get a first check of that forecast with Devin Biggs. It's going to be a beautiful day.
Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit or experiencing foot pain? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. All right, as we get into things this morning, not too bad out there though. Hardly anything to be seen in the skies, so you know what that means, right? A lot of sunshine will be expected for us today as the front is well down to our south right now and to the east as well. So not a whole lot of activity going on, at least right now. We'll see a lot of sunshine today, maybe a few passing clouds during the afternoon period. Maybe later on tonight, though, as we move forward, maybe an isolated shower can't be ruled out with a few clouds moving to, but as we head towards Thursday morning, a lot of sunshine will be seen yet again. Winds are out of the northwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. That'll be the general idea for us today. Maybe a little bit more wind along the coast, and we'll see a little bit of wind as we head towards tomorrow. In fact, hardly anything for that matter as well, roughly at around 5 miles per hour. So as for today, not bad. Middle 70s, mostly sunny and awesome again today, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, middle 50s, partly cloudy, maybe an isolated shower on the way, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tomorrow, though, upper 70s, maybe some lower 80s, partly cloudy, some isolated showers are possible. South wind at about 5 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, maybe a few clouds during the afternoon period. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Fire crews were at the scene from yesterday afternoon until late at night of what was a fast-moving house fire in Burlington. The call came in just after 2 Tuesday afternoon for the fire on Long Ridge Road. It wasn't long after or before firefighters called for a second alarm. Lincoln, Howland, East Millinocket, Greenbush, and Milford fire departments all responded. Crews were able to extinguish the flames. However, the home appears to be a total loss. We'll keep you updated as more information is released. Waterville police arrested one person in connection with a shooting back in May. Just before midnight on May 12th, officers heard gunshots near the area of Silver Street Extension. When they arrived on scene, Waterville police found a 21-year-old man had been shot in the leg. Waterville Police Chief William Bonney says that man was uncooperative with their investigation. Witnesses reported seeing a black man fleeing the scene towards Water Street, but police were unable to locate him. During the investigation, several fights broke out in front of the nearby Cancun restaurant, which prompted investigators to call for backup from nearby departments. After months of investigation, Waterville Police Detective Riley Dow identified 21-year-old Christopher Manigat as a person of interest. On Saturday, police arrested Manigat on an unrelated arrest warrant for failure to appear for operating after suspension. He was also charged with theft by receiving stolen property for being in possession of a stolen handgun. Following the arrest, Detective Dow developed enough evidence to charge Manigat for reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon and aggravated assault in connection with the May 12th shooting. Manigat is currently being held without bail at the Kennebec County Jail. A motorcycle crashed into another vehicle in Old Town yesterday afternoon after the vehicle failed to yield. According to Sergeant Joseph Decato with Old Town Police, they responded to a crash around 1 p.m. along the Bennick Road in Old Town. The vehicle was turning left onto the Bennick Road while the motorcycle was traveling east on the West Old Town Road towards Gilman Falls. The vehicle failed to yield, causing the motorcycle to crash right into the car. The operator of the motorcycle and the driver were treated by EMS on the scene for minor injuries, but neither were transferred to the hospital. According to police, the roadway opened back up quickly with little delay. The Bangor Police Department issued a silver alert late last night for a woman last seen on Monday morning at a residence on Elm Street in Bangor. 74-year-old Judy Target of Bangor suffers from cognitive issues and does not have a vehicle. She's a white female who's 5'6" and 240 pounds with gray hair and brown eyes. I know this photo isn't the best, but it's all we had. It's all we received from the police department. Maybe it's all the family was able to offer. So it will have to work for this. If located, please call the Bangor Police Department. The Maine Department of Transportation has started construction on a new bridge connecting Waterville and Winslow, replacing the current century-old bridge there. However, the project has forced drivers and businesses on both sides of the bridge to adapt to some new changes. Our Matthew Durantzik explains.
The Taconic Bridge connecting Waterville and Winslow was constructed more than 100 years ago. Since then, the bridge has deteriorated to the point that the Maine DOT has decided to replace it altogether.
The bridge is in very bad shape. We will have a new bridge built that will last us hopefully another 100 years, but it's going to take 3 years to get there.
During those 3 years, Maine DOT says the westbound side of the old bridge will be shut down to all traffic. For those looking to travel from Winslow into Waterville, they now need to drive along Bay Street, go across the Carter Memorial Bridge, and either follow Grove Street or Silver Street, adding extra time to their commutes. Rita's House of Pizza is one Winslow business that's been affected by the construction. Manager Zaharias Menadorakis says detours have put a dent into the company's everyday business.
It's definitely slowed down our delivery rate, probably by 10-20%. It's tough to get across town.
Despite these tough times, Menadorakis says he appreciates the support from loyal customers.
They've been really understanding, and they've done pickup if we've had to, if we're backed up on delivery, or just said, that's all right, we understand, we can do it another night.
The new Taconic Bridge will be similar to the previous one and will feature widened shoulders and sidewalks for both sides of the road. The project is scheduled to be complete by May 2027. In Waterville, Matthew Durantzik, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Nice to see the businesses are being good sports about it at least. What can you do? All right, in other news, a Maine lawmaker wants to ban a neo-Nazi paramilitary training camp in northern Maine. Democratic State Senator Joe Baldacci says this is ultimately about safety. His new bill would ban any violent paramilitary training camp in Maine. Christopher Polhouse reportedly bought property in Springfield, which is about 70 miles northeast of Bangor. According to the Anti-Defamation League, Polhouse is the leader of a white supremacist group called Blood Tribe, which has protested outside drag shows. The ADL describes Polhouse as a neo-Nazi and reports he is creating a training ground on his property in Maine. Senator Baldacci says his bill would ban any militia training grounds that cause civil disorder, regardless of party or ideology.
He has a right to believe whatever he wants to believe, but when it moves beyond that to possible incitement of violence, then we have a right as a society to stop that.
The bill would go before the Legislative Council sometime after October 1st, and if it advances there, as well as in committee, it will be up for a full vote next year. The bill would also ban wearing masks for people who open carry in public places. Ellsworth City Councilors met last night to discuss a proposed mooring ordinance for its lakes and ponds ahead of a vote. The ordinance would limit overnight mooring and docking in the city's great ponds. As part of a meeting, the public was allowed to voice their opinion on the matter.
Right now, anyone can go and drop a Home Depot bucket full of cement and put a mooring on it anywhere they want. And this is littering. It's ruining our lakes, and it's only going to get worse as time goes on.
To me, this ordinance is excessive, it's not necessary, and it's an overreach of what our original founding fathers established.
The ordinance was passed by a 4-2 vote under the stipulation that revisions will be made to amend and clarify its language. At this time, the ordinance is anticipated to go into effect January 1st of 2024. More of Orono's public workers have received union certification. Last Thursday, the Maine Labor Relations Board ruled the town's new union should be certified. It's another major step in the process, which began in February when the town office, Parks and Rec, and Public Library filed for union recognition. These will not be the town's first unions, as the fire and police departments have had their respective unions established for some time.
We're happy to work with a unionized workforce. We're looking forward to talking to the employees and working out on the contract. You know, it's for us, it doesn't matter if they're unionized or non-union. We try to treat our employees well and make it a great place to work.
Town leadership expects contracts will be proposed in the near future. The Maine Center for Coastal Fisheries is getting more than $450,000. The money comes from the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. MCCF is a nonprofit organization in Stonington. They have a 3-year plan to provide safety and survival training to 250 future lobstermen and women from high schools, particularly those located near commercial lobster fishing zones with high poverty and unemployment rates in Hancock, Washington, and Knox counties. All right, the time now is 8:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, middle school students got a front row seat yesterday to see a rare demonstration by the Brewer Public Safety Department, intending to teach them the types of things that firefighters and police officers see regularly on the job. But before we take a quick ad break, let's get another look at that forecast. Mostly sunny today, high of 76 degrees, dropping down about 54 tonight. We're kind of seeing those fall, autumny night temperatures. Definitely a switch this past week. Tomorrow, though, another beautiful day, partly cloudy, high of almost 80 degrees.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Make the most of summer with a new Toyota.
We want the Great Tacoma.
Great Tacoma coming in hot.
On it! Highlander Hybrid.
Highlander Hybrid on the double hang.
Here we go. That Red RAV4.
Run a Red RAV4.
Hit the deck.
Now that's how you holler.
Right now, you could save up to $1,900 with affordable 3.99% financing on a 4-wheel drive Tacoma. And every Tacoma comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Make your waterfront even more fun and more functional than it already is with a ShoreMaster premium dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond is the country's largest stocking ShoreMaster dealer, with standing docks, rolling docks, floating docks, and boat lifts for any watercraft. ShoreMaster's nearly limitless customization options make it easy to create the perfect dock system for your needs. Take your shoreline to the next level with ShoreMaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
There's a reason why Maine's state slogan is the way life should be. It's because our beautiful state is full of humble people, workers, business owners, and neighbors making a difference in their community. I'm always looking for positive and encouraging news stories about ordinary people doing extraordinary things. How fortunate am I that I get to share these special stories? Watch the good news weekdays on Fox 22 News at 10.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith. Yesterday, over a dozen 7th and 8th graders got a front row seat to see a rare demonstration hosted by Brewer's Public Safety Department. AJ Douglas shows us how firefighters displayed the importance of safety to local kids.
Brewer's Public Safety Department continued its Youth Public Safety Academy by inviting 7th and 8th graders for a week-long of activities. The program aims to engage younger people by giving them opportunities to learn what firefighters and police officers encounter every day. Fire Chief Eric Turtelot says the younger generation walks away more mindful when it comes to keeping safe.
I think it gives them more appreciation for practicing their own safety measures at home, in the vehicle, wearing their seat when they become a driver, following the rules of the road and driving the speed limit.
Tuesday, firefighters demonstrated the process of an auto extrication, better known as the jaws of life. Kids did not hold back their excitement or questions as firefighters took a car apart right in front of their eyes.
So when they're involved in a car crash, these are the tools that are pulling the doors off, cutting the roof off, and getting us access to patients that are in need, that are hurt and injured.
I love the part where they took off the windshield. I thought it was cool. It was something that you could probably never see.
Yeah, probably same. It was pretty cool. The car is not as strong compared to the tools they used.
I learned that firefighters can do a lot when people are stuck inside cars, so it's pretty cool.
Turtelot says he hopes the program could potentially inspire the next generation of first responders.
These guys grow up and want to be in public safety, whether it's a firefighter, a police officer, an EMT. Our future needs our young folk to take these positions when some of us move on.
Brewer's public servants will conclude the 2-week program by hosting Field Day celebrations Friday, with plans to continue the U Public Safety Academy next year. In Brewer, AJ Douglas for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Some Bangor residents are speaking out about the excessive noise they say comes from emergency vehicle sirens, particularly through the downtown area. Our Grace Blanchard spoke with city officials and the fire department to see if there's anything that can be done.
The familiar sound of emergency vehicles seems to be too loud for some Bangor residents who raised their concerns during Monday night's city council meeting.
That cannon sound, I could just talk about myself. I feel the wiring of my body, it's like a panic or something like that. And I know I'm not the only person.
Many of those complaints coming from people who live along Main Street, which is oftentimes the best route during an emergency.
Obviously, downtown has some very tall structures. It is also a very congested area, but it also is the most direct route for our first responders.
The sirens are actually required in order to comply with a state law that gives emergency vehicles the right of way.
We follow Title 29, the main state law, with our lights and our sirens. Sometimes the sirens are loud, but we're trying to get somewhere as quickly as we can to provide the service that someone is asking for.
According to Chief Higgins, the fire department has considered alternative routes, but he says they create even more issues.
Some of the outlying areas or the alternate routes for downtown have a pretty steep incline, which is a problem for our ladder truck to be able to make that turn and not drag the tail of it in the road.
Both the City Council and Fire Department are in agreement that the #1 priority is to keep everyone safe and provide efficient emergency response times.
Not meant to be disruptive, but what we do want to do is ensure the safety of the individuals, not only on the equipment, but the individuals in the roadway.
But the fire department says there are ways the public can help to find a compromise.
Biggest thing, if people see us coming and we can have a through way, if they've pulled over to the side, then we're likely to use our sirens less.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Acadia National Park has announced their selection for a new position that they have created to help with Acadia's growing need for planning and project management. Matt Otier is the first to hold the position of Chief of Project Management at Acadia National Park. Matt is a registered civil engineer with experience working in the private sector and most recently in the design and engineering branch at Yosemite National Park. He said that this job fills a promise he made to his wife.
What drew me to Acadia is that I'd promised the wife that our next move would include a beach and an island. And I'm not sure this is what she was fully expecting, but we both fell in love with it when we came out last month.
He plans to start the job in October. His experience will help the park with construction projects and cultural resource preservation. I'd say that's a good promise. All right, the time now is 8:19. After the break, the Maine Audubon is asking people to help prevent bird deaths. We'll hear how. Plus, Steak and Pool in Bangor is receiving some pandemic relief funds. We'll hear how they plan to use it as Good Morning Maine continues.
You should Angie that.
Angie what?
Angie that. It means comparing custom quotes from skilled service professionals or booking at an upfront price so you can find the best price for you. Get started today at Angie.com.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again. And those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
I love working for Skowhegan Savings Bank. Customers aren't just a number here. Employees aren't just a number.
We know about our customers. We know their names. We know their pet names. We know their children. We know what's going on in their life. And that's what Skowhegan Savings Bank is about building relationships with our customers so that we can help them, whatever their financial needs are. I am so thankful that I made the choice to move to Skowhegan Savings Bank 27 years ago.
Summer is ending, but the savings are endless at Bob's Discount Furniture. And this Labor Day weekend, I'm throwing a summer send-off celebration with 6, 12, 30, and 60-month financing options and new everyday low prices on highly rated living rooms, best-selling bedrooms, stylish dining sets, and of course, my world-famous Bobapedic mattresses. Plus entertainment and yummy treats for the kiddos. It's gonna be great! Great indeed, Balloon Bob. So join the fun at my summer send-off celebration this Labor Day weekend in all my stores.
In 16 years, Greg Gerstner will land the perfect cannonball with friends he's already meeting now at AARP volunteer and community events to help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
An estimated 1 million birds die or are injured per day around the country from glass window collisions. With fall migration around the corner, Maine Audubon is asking people to take steps to prevent these numbers from soaring even higher. Our Doug Banks has the story.
It's something that happens more than you think. Birds of all different species flying into windows.
The reflection on the windows is what causes them to fly into them. Usually they just don't perceive them as much.
Before fall migration begins, Maine Audubon and other conservation groups are researching how bird collisions impact the greater population and what species are most affected. And experts say there are steps you can take to help avoid these collisions.
Usually when they're passing through, that's when it's more common if you're in a taller building. So keeping the lights off from dusk until the morning, and there's window clings and stickers, and you can cut out silhouettes and tape them onto windows to make sure that the birds can see that this is a solid surface.
If you come across an injured bird, experts recommend retrieving it with a towel or a net, then placing it inside a tall box with a towel at the bottom. If the bird flies off in a half an hour, that's great. If it doesn't, do not feed or give the bird water, and call your closest rehabilitation center.
I think that the tall cardboard box towel water dish method is great if you can't access a wildlife rehabilitator, but if you can, it's better to keep the bird in a space where it's not going to have the chance of further harming itself.
In June, Maine legislature passed LD 670, a step forward in protecting birds colliding into public buildings.
I would love to see our communities learn about this problem, care about this problem, and want to do something about it in their own projects, in their own lives.
In Herman, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, the time now is 8:22. Let's get a full look at that forecast with meteorologist Evan Biggs.
Thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit or experiencing foot pain? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. All right, let's get into things this morning. Not too bad out there at all. The radar and satellite is very quiet out there this morning. Hardly anything going on, so we'll see a lot of sunshine throughout the region today. Maybe a few passing clouds during the afternoon period. As we do zoom things out, though, high pressure not too far away. That's helping us out as far as keeping us quiet. We may have an isolated shower on the way for us tonight. So we have this ridge, though, that's really causing some showers to right along in parts of Canada and the Great Lakes. We might see a few showers, maybe an isolated shower at best later on tonight, and maybe a few more as we head towards tomorrow. Checking out the tropics again, this is Franklin right here, though. Tropical storm Franklin. It's getting close to the Haiti area. That's tracking from the south, going toward the north. The latest data looks like this, with 45 mile per hour sustained winds moving to the north at around 9 miles per hour. You can see the tropical storm warnings that are in effect. Its projected path gets rather interesting, though, as it's going to be slowing down for a bit as it tracks to the north and to the north and east eventually. It looks like it could intensify as a Category 1 hurricane. It might get close toward the U.S., so we may need to keep an eye on the system, though, at least through Sunday as we do move forward at times. And, of course, we'll keep an eye on it, too, especially if it does get close to us at all, which right now we're not expecting that. But for now, though, a lot of sunshine expected for us today, so get outside and enjoy the nice weather. By tonight, though, maybe an isolated shower on the way with a few passing clouds. For your Thursday to start things off, a lot of sunshine expected, maybe some patchy fog if you're lucky, with a few isolated showers and some clouds during the afternoon period, and maybe a few clouds again, maybe an isolated shower as we head towards Thursday night into parts of Friday morning. Average high temperature is 79 degrees. We'll do mid-70s today before we warm up into the upper 70s, maybe some lower 80s for you Thursday. Mid-60s Friday with rain moving through as well. Then we're back in the 70s Saturday all the way through Tuesday of next week. Dew points not too bad, though. They will remain comfortable for the next several days as well. Maybe getting close to the lower 60s by Saturday and again for you Monday. But overall, not too bad as we do move forward in the dew points department. So as for today, middle 70s, mostly sunny and awesome, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. As for tonight, middle 50s, partly cloudy, maybe an isolated shower on the way, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, not too bad, upper 70s to lower 80s, partly cloudy, maybe some isolated showers, south wind at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, here is a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Rain likely on Friday with highs in the mid 60s, lower 70s for Saturday with showers moving in again, and more showers on Sunday, highs in the low 70s.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get $9,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit your main Chevy dealer.
On the next Last Man Standing, Kyle's moving in.
We have rules around here. Is that bacon?
And he cooked the eggs and bacon, used bacon to butter the toast. I may be going out on a limb here, but I'm pretty sure the boy's a genius.
But Mandy's feeling left out.
I was hoping tonight, we could spend a little quality time together.
I've already promised your dad I was going to make homemade ice cream again. He wants something with caramel, pecans, vanilla, and bacon.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith. Now to a developing story involving a deadly police shooting in Philadelphia. New video appears to contradict what police initially said happened. Some viewers may find this video to be disturbing. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the latest.
A family in Philadelphia is demanding answers after this newly released video of a deadly police shooting. It appears to contradict the officer's account of what happened.
We have some business to straighten up.
Lawyers for Eddie Irizarry's family released the video of his final moments last week as Officer Mark Dial opened fire during a traffic stop. The family pointing to the video as evidence challenging the initial version of events by police. According to the police report, Irizarry was driving the wrong way down a one-way street when he was pulled over. The police report stated Irizarry got out of his car and lunged at officers with a knife before Officer Dial opened fire. But the video shows Irizarry's car door and window were closed.
What about what you just saw could ever be confused as he got out of the car and lunged at police officers?
Police say 2 knives were found in the car, but they would not say if either knife was in Irizarry's hand when he was shot.
There was an intentional misleading of the public.
Irizarry's family is now filing a wrongful death lawsuit against the city of Philadelphia and Officer Dial.
This officer really took someone very special to us. And I just want to pay for what he did.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
At least one student is dead in Ohio after a school bus is involved in a crash. It happened Tuesday morning in Clark County, northeast of Dayton. According to the State Highway Patrol, a minivan crossed the center of the road. The bus swerved, but still collided with the minivan and overturned. The student who died was ejected from the bus. 23 other students were taken to hospitals. One had serious life-threatening injuries. The other had non-life-threatening injuries. A driver and passenger in the minivan were also taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Law enforcement is investigating. Now to tonight's first 2024 Republican presidential debate. 8 candidates vying for the party's nomination are set to go head-to-head this evening in Milwaukee, but frontrunner Donald Trump won't be there. Sources tell ABC News the former president is planning to counter-program the debate, which comes a day before he's set to surrender in Georgia in that state's 2020 election interference case. ABC's Justin Finch reports from Washington.
In Wisconsin's largest city, final preps for tonight's Republican presidential debate. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and businessman Vivek Ramaswamy are set to take center stage. Ramaswamy on CNN.
Many people in this country didn't even know who I was 6 months ago, so this is a good opportunity for me to introduce myself to the country.
The party's inaugural debate of the 2024 campaign cycle pressing ahead without Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is the leader, and if you want to be number one, you have to take on the person who is number one.
The former president justifying his absence with recent polling showing he's the clear frontrunner by wide margins.
I've made no secret of the fact that I want him on that debate stage.
The 8 candidates attending had to meet the Republican National Committee's polling and donor requirements. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who has qualified, on conservative channel Newsmax, slamming Trump's decision to skip tonight's debate.
Because he didn't have the guts or the respect to show up on that stage and defend his record and advocate for the future of America.
People will make a decision based on the future of their family, not what's going on in the legal entanglements of the former president.
In Milwaukee, some voters are looking for a Trump alternative.
I think he's got to hang it up. I really do. He's not gonna win if he gets the nomination.
Sources familiar tell ABC News that Trump pre-taped an interview with former Fox host Tucker Carlson that is set to stream online as the debate airs live on Fox. Though Trump will be absent tonight, his campaign says he will have top advisors and surrogates in Milwaukee representing him in the debate spin room, thanks to invitations from some media outlets. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Student loan payments are set to restart in October, and the Biden administration has a new plan that could help ease the burden for borrowers. The administration says its new income-driven repayment plan, known as SAVE, is, quote, the most affordable repayment plan for borrowers. Payments will be decided based off of a person's current income and family size. The SAVE plan could bring monthly payments down to zero for some borrowers, while saving about $1,000 per year for others. Borrowers can enroll in the plan by visiting studentaid.gov/save. Coming up on the second half of our newscast, we'll hear about the program that WERU Radio in East Orland is participating in that intends to bring people together to discuss their differences and find commonalities. This and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
I'm 82 years old and I have collapsed arches, which means the first thing that hits the ground is the bone in my arch. I came to Comfort Shoes 4 years ago because I couldn't walk without pain. And she spent so much time on my feet getting the right shoe, and we finally found the right pair. Once you made these orthotics for me, I have no pain. These are so comfortable. I have no discomfort. I feel like I could go running, and I thank you and Comfort Shoes for that.
Looking to buy or sell your home in eastern and central Maine? Look no further than Melissa Bartlett of Better Homes and Gardens Masiello Group. With more than 25 years of experience in the industry, multi-millions in sales, and 5-star recommendations, Melissa knows the ins and outs of the market, making your real estate journey seamless. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, Melissa's expertise will guide you every step of the way. Your journey to a new home starts here with your main move and Melissa Bartlett. Call today and let her experience be your advantage.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith, and today is Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023. Today is also National Cheap Flight Day. While many people associate late August with back-to-school shopping, cost-conscious travelers look forward to this as a season of discounted airfare. Now is the time to take advantage of end-of-season travel deals. For your daily dose of history on this day in history in 1850, the first U.S. National Women's Rights Convention convened in Worcester, Massachusetts. In 1939, Germany and the Soviet Union signed a non-aggression pact dividing Eastern Europe into German and Soviet spheres of influence. In 1973, a botched bank robbery in Stockholm resulted in a hostage situation, and over the course of a 6-day standoff, the captives formed an unlikely bond with their captor, giving rise to the term Stockholm Syndrome. In 1974, John Lennon reportedly seeing a UFO in New York City. And in 2005, Hurricane Katrina began to form over the Bahamas, later becoming a Category 5 hurricane. For birthdays today, we all have posthumous ones today. American actor River Phoenix was born on this day in Oregon. He passed away in 1993 at the age of 23. Really easy to imagine what his career could have been if it wasn't cut short. And similarly so with American basketball great Kobe Bryant. Obviously, he already showed a lot of his talents, but it was also cut way too short. He was born on this day in Philadelphia. He passed away on January 26th in 2020. I forgot that that was kind of right before everything started to change in the pandemic. 2020 was just such a mess of a year. Also, American actor and dancer Gene Kelly, known especially for his role in Singin' in the Rain, was born on this day in Pittsburgh. He passed away in 1996. All right, switching gears now. It's going to be a beautiful day. I can't really say much else. Not even too hot either. I think mugginess is kind of down. It's almost like fall is right around the corner. Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
Happy Wednesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit or experiencing foot pain? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. All right, as we get into things this morning, not too bad out there, though. Hardly anything to be seen in the skies, so you know what that means, right? A lot of sunshine will be expected for us today as a front is well down to our south right now and to the east as well. So not a whole lot of activity going on, at least right now. We'll see a lot of sunshine today, maybe a few passing clouds during the afternoon period. Maybe later on tonight, though, as we move forward, maybe an isolated shower can't be ruled out with a few clouds moving through, but as we head towards Thursday morning, a lot of sunshine will be seen yet again. Winds are out of the northwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. That'll be the general idea for us today. Maybe a little bit more wind along the coast, and we'll see a little bit of wind as we head towards tomorrow. In fact, hardly anything for that matter as well, roughly at around 5 miles per hour. So as for today, not bad. Middle 70s, mostly sunny and awesome again today, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tonight, middle 50s, partly cloudy, maybe an isolated shower on the way, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. By tomorrow, though, upper 70s, maybe some lower 80s, partly cloudy, some isolated showers are possible. South wind at about 5 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a lot of sunshine, maybe a few clouds during the afternoon period. Temperatures in the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. WERU Radio in East Orland is just one of a few radio stations across the country participating in a program to bring people together. The goal is to pair individuals with different political, economic, and cultural views for a one-on-one conversation in order to make one small step towards understanding one another a bit better. Jody Hersey has the story.
There are no shortages of things people disagree on these days. However, WERU is teaming up with StoryCorps' One Small Step program to highlight how folks of opposing views can still find common ground.
And so the idea is with this project that we're bringing people together and so that they can learn from each other and set aside their assumptions, learn what they have in common, and also understand their differences through a personal lens.
Every conversation is recorded, but participants can choose whether or not they want their conversation released for radio use or archived in the Library of Congress, where future generations can access it. 30-year-old Katie McMurtry, who moved to Maine this year, and 63-year-old Rick Kirkpatrick of Northport recently sat down at the Belfast Library to participate in the program. Neither one of them had ever met before.
I think a big turning point for me was when a friend of a friend passed away from an overdose, and they were one of the most bright and outgoing and kind people that I'd ever met, and I didn't know that they were struggling in that way.
You know, social media and other things have allowed you to live in your own little echo chamber, and I have the great good fortune of not being allowed to live in that echo chamber because my wife and I do not echo the same things.
Michelle Crystal says StoryCorps is looking to record 25 conversations between strangers by the end of December.
A lot of people are also talking about how they see that a program like this can help us to really come together and rebuild our communities.
Those wishing to participate can fill out an application at weru.org and select the One Small Step icon. In Belfast, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports. Don't go away.
Who likes to drink good coffee? At Carabassa Coffee Company, we roast premium quality coffee beans from all over the world. Roasted to perfection in small batches, our coffee is always fresh. We offer a large selection, including our specialty blends, organics, single origins, decaf, and flavor. Whether you like light, medium, or dark roasts, we have coffee to suit every taste. We offer flat rate shipping for online orders, and we ship fast. Carabassa Coffee Company. Drink good coffee.
Who has the best kept secret in Penobscot County?
We do!
Welcome to Maple Lane Farms, a fifth-generation family farm that's committed to providing you with the best quality products. Our farm-raised local and sustainable meat is flash frozen to lock in the freshness and natural flavors. Experience the top-notch quality of our meat that's naturally raised without any antibiotics or hormones. Get the best of both worlds, quality and affordability. Try Maple Lane Farms today, the candy store for the carnivore.
Hi, I'm Tony Hafford from TC Hafford Basement Systems, the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. Since 1991, over 15,000 Maine homeowners have trusted TC Hafford Basement Systems to fix their basements. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basement-y.
I'll go naked. I bet you will.
The fun in a game of words.
Flip-flop, cougar, Little Caesars.
Sounds like a Tuesday for me.
Is choosing wisely.
I hope they know what it is, because we gotta take it. Want to try to win this thing, so I'll take Noogie.
25 words or less.
Knuckle head rub.
Noogie, you won the game, guys!
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
This is Sheldon Cooper's Theory of Relativity.
Young Sheldon 5 times a week.
On Fox 22.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start with some football. Orono football is looking to get back to the 8-man small state title game this year after reaching their first big game since the 1990s last fall. And while they have the talent to put it together, they're not putting the cart before the horse. Ryan Sudol has the story.
Ready to go. We're all battle tested. You know, we've all been on the other end of that scoreboard, so it's going to be good being the hunted.
What a journey it has been for Orono football. No season in 2019, no wins in 2021, a regional 8-man title last year, and now state contenders this year.
A ton of teams wrote us off, a ton of people, spectators, so to just come out here and prove them wrong was really huge for the program.
The Red Riots return a huge majority of their heavy hitters from last year's squad after graduating just 3 seniors, particularly from the pass-first offense that scored 43 points a game.
Those receivers are just so athletic. We're 3 deep at that position at every spot, so a lot of the guys that don't get the headlines, they're just as athletic, they're just as good.
Our strengths are definitely passing the ball. It's no secret to anybody, but we're going to work in a lot more stuff this year.
Not only is the offense adding new tricks, but the defense, which struggled at points last year, is also being bolstered.
I think we struggled on the run defense aspect at times, and I've seen that already through camp. Our run defense is a lot more solid. You know, we're stopping people where we need to.
And even though last year's campaign was cut short in the state title game, the Riots feel the momentum is on their side, but they're not ready to make any predictions yet.
But we can't really let it get to us mentally. We got to go back to what we do best, and that's get in the practices and work as hard as we can. We just got to stay humble. We got to take it game by game, week by week.
But that loss against Old Orchard Beach still stings. And when that fire lit under them is combined with the confidence within the team and community, the Riots look to become unstoppable.
It eats at us as a team and it motivates us. I think that's what's going to drive us this year, and we're all hungry and momentum's there. We know we can do it, and everybody else knows we can do it now.
The community that comes out behind us is awesome, so having everybody there to support us really helps us with our motivation.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, let's stay with some high school sports now. Down here in our area, we have our first official matches of the fall sports season up in the county. The Harvest teams have been in action for about a week, but everything gets going for us on Wednesday on the golf course. Here are some of the golf matches for our area teams going on. Messalonsky and Skowhegan will battle at 3:30 at Lakewood Country Club. Bangor, Brewer, and Hamden will go at it at 3:30 at Traditions Golf Club. John Babst, Ellsworth, and Herman at 4 at Herman Meadows. MDI versus Old Town at Hidden Meadows also at 4. And then also at 4, Washington Academy, George Stevens, and Bucksport will tee it up at Bucksport Golf Club. So early signs of fall. Let's go to the racetrack now on Sunday. One of the biggest stock car races in Maine is back on Sunday, celebrating their 50th anniversary of the event. The Oxford 250 returns to the Oxford Plains Speedway this weekend for the 50th anniversary of the race. It's actually one of the greatest short track races all around the country. 250 laps of it on Sunday with cars trying to qualify all weekend. Last year during the 49th race, Cole Butcher out of Canada took the late lead in the race. Over the last 70 laps or so, remained in front to capture the crown. This weekend kicks off with a watch party Thursday, and the grandstand opens up at 9:30 a.m. on Sunday. Should be a blast down at the Speedway. Let's go to some Patriots football now. On Monday, we gave an injury update on Isaiah Bolden. He is still alert and active, was not on the practice field, and is in concussion protocol, but all signs pointing towards recovery. On the football side of things, we got our first look at Mac Jones and the Bill O'Brien offense over the weekend. Jones attempted 9 passes. He went 6 for 9 and led the Patriots to a touchdown drive on his first drive on the field. It was a touchdown run from Ramondre Stevenson. A lot of the talk in camp has been about Jones and about his improvements in the Bill O'Brien offensive system. But the media members and those attending practice aren't the only ones hyping up the offense. Adrian Phillips actually said Mac has made it his mission to, quote, light up the Pats D in practice.
He's a way better quarterback. He took last year on the chin. He'll be the first one to tell you that, that's not how he wanted to play. And for all of us, that's not how any of us wanted to play. But he'll be the first to tell you that. And he's coming out here every single day, and he's trying to light our defense up. Like, literally light us up.
I think just keep growing, keep competing, keeping it fun, go back and forth with the defense. I think we've done that more this year, and really just try and carry it over to the game. But I think the defense has given us great looks, both the scout defense and the starting defense. So definitely, really enjoy competing against them.
Just 2 Sundays to go now before we have some Patriots regular season football. But who's counting? That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
16 years from today, Greg Gerstner will finally land the perfect cannonball. Unsuspecting friends? Check. Epic water displacement? Big check. A work of art that's only possible because Greg is already meeting all these same people at AARP volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
IPM Pest and Wildlife Services has more than 40 years of experience. We are your trusted pest control experts. We bring integrity, reputation, and effective solutions to every pest challenge. We provide bedbug, ant, flea, tick, and grub control, and we also catch larger rodents. Call today to prevent rodents and mice from invading your commercial property, home, or camp this fall. 400-7702. IPM Pest and Wildlife Services. No problems, only solutions.
Summer won't last forever, but with a great selection of vehicles during Toyota's national sales event, there is still time to capture new memories. Hey, how are you? With friends and family. before it all flies by.
Right now, you could save up to $1,500 with affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive Camry. And every Camry comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Summer is ending, but the savings are endless at Bob's Discount Furniture. With 6, 12, 30, and 60-month financing options and new everyday low prices on my highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more. So join the fun at my summer send-off celebration.
This is gonna be hell on earth.
Why are you here?
I want to get punished.
Fight!
This is not a game show.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test. Season premiere Monday, September 25th on Fox.
Recent funding will help to keep a Bangor pool afloat. Our David Ledford has the details.
We are so grateful.
The Friends of Dakin Pool will receive $45,000 in pandemic relief funds from the Penobscot County Commissioners. The grant will go towards the nonprofit's Jump In campaign to make improvements to the pool, which the community may be able to enjoy as early as next summer.
Look forward to a new slide. We're also working with the city to resurface the pool deck, which is pretty old and cracked and in need of repair. We're supporting lifeguards, so new and improved Dakin Pool.
The money brings the Friends of Dakin Pool halfway to their fundraising goal of $160,000. The group originally formed nearly 20 years ago, but has ramped up efforts due to recent struggles.
During COVID, of course, the pool came on hard times and was not able to open fully that summer, and so the Friends was revived.
There was some concern about the pool getting attention. We decided it was time to step back in and revisit the issue.
Penobscot County Commissioner Peter Baldacci says the pool provides an important service for the city.
It serves the neighborhood, it serves communities that maybe can't afford country clubs and private swimming pools, and this is a project that will benefit so many families.
Some say the pool is a staple of Bangor.
The Dakin Pool has really been around since the 50s and 60s. It's been around a long time.
I went there 50, 60 years ago. This is where we got our swim lessons, so it means a lot.
The pool will close for the season at the end of the week, but will continue to fundraise through their GoFundMe efforts. Visit the Friends of Dakin Pool Facebook page to learn more. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A freshwater mussel that's infested lakes and rivers across the globe is now dangerously close to Maine. Brad Rogers looks at the newest threat to our waters, the damage these tiny mussels can cause, and how boaters can help stop zebra mussels in their tracks.
The State Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife issued a warning this week to call attention to a new state law that requires boaters to drain water from their boats that might contain microscopic zebra mussel larvae. Unlike mussels on the ocean floor, zebra mussels live in fresh water and attach themselves to hard objects.
Zebra mussels will attach to pipes and boats and docks. They are closer to Maine than they ever have been.
Invasive zebra mussels have been found in Quebec and New Brunswick waters near the Maine border. It's why a new state law is now in effect, the Clean Drain Dry Law.
This new law requires folks to open drain plugs before launching a boat or after removing a boat from the water, and it needs to be done in a manner that does not allow that drained water to enter any inland water of the state.
The Raymond Waterways Protective Association just spent the last 20 years removing invasive milfoil from Sebago Lake.
So now we're threatened with zebra mussels, yes.
Peggy Jensen says the courtesy boat inspections they run all summer long are even more critical now to stop a mussel no bigger than your thumbnail.
And the larvae are what's dangerous because they're so tiny you can't see them, but they can live in a pool of water. So if water is left in a boat, you can transfer zebra mussel larvae from one water body to another.
It's super important to clean out the boats and get all the water out of it, and try to make sure that the lakes in Maine stay clean.
The one bright spot, zebra mussels need calcium, and state biologists say 90% of Maine lakes and rivers lack the calcium they need to survive.
That's a fortunate thing for the state of Maine. However, we need to operate as if any water could become infested.
There are also chemical treatments that can kill more than 90% of invasive zebra mussel populations, but state officials hope it doesn't come to that.
Now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with one final look at our full weather forecast.
Thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Need the proper fit or experiencing foot pain? Visit us across from Irving and Newport. All right, let's get into things this morning. Not too bad out there at all. The radar and satellite is very quiet out there this morning. Hardly anything going on, so we'll see a lot of sunshine throughout the region today. Maybe a few passing clouds during the afternoon period. As we do zoom things out, though, high pressure not too far away. That's helping us out as far as keeping us quiet. We may have an isolated shower on the way for us tonight. We have this ridge, though, that's really causing some showers to right along in parts of Canada and the Great Lakes. We might see a few showers, maybe an isolated shower at best later on tonight, and maybe a few more as we head towards tomorrow. Checking out the tropics again. No, this is Franklin right here, though. Tropical storm Franklin. It's getting close to the Haiti area. That's tracking from the south, going toward the north. The latest data looks like this, with 45 mile per hour sustained winds moving to the north at around 9 miles per hour. You can see the tropical storm warnings that are in effect. Its projected path gets rather interesting, though, as it's going to be slowing down for a bit as it tracks to the north and to the north and east eventually. But looks like it could intensify as a Category 1 hurricane. It might get close toward the U.S., so we may need to keep an eye on the system, though, at least through Sunday as we do move forward at times. And, of course, we'll keep an eye on it, too, especially if it does get close to us at all, which right now we're not expecting that. But for now, though, a lot of sunshine expected for us today, so get outside and enjoy the nice weather. By tonight, though, maybe an isolated shower on the way with a few passing clouds. For your Thursday to start things off, a lot of sunshine expected, maybe some patchy fog if you're lucky, with a few isolated showers and some clouds during the afternoon period, and maybe a few clouds again, maybe an isolated shower as we head towards Thursday night into parts of Friday morning. Average night temperature is 79 degrees. We'll do mid-70s today before we warm up into the upper 70s, maybe some lower 80s for your Thursday. Mid-60s Friday with rain moving through as well. Then we're back in the 70s Saturday all the way through Tuesday of next week. Dew points not too bad, though. They will remain comfortable for the next several days as well. Maybe getting close to the lower 60s by Saturday and again for your Monday. But overall, not too bad as we do move forward in the dew points department. So as for today, middle 70s, mostly sunny and awesome, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. As for tonight, middle 50s, partly cloudy, maybe an isolated shower on the way, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, not too bad, upper 70s to lower 80s, partly cloudy, maybe some isolated showers, south wind at about 5 miles per hour. Alrighty, here is a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Comfort Shoes. Rain likely on Friday with highs in the mid 60s, lower 70s for your Saturday with showers moving in again, and more showers on Sunday, highs in the low 70s.
Join Changing Seasons Federal Credit Union for the annual Bikes, Beans, and Mean Machines Ride and Car Show, raising money for the Ending Hunger in Maine campaign on Saturday, September 16th. Enjoy a beautiful ride on your motorcycle or show off your mean machine, all while supporting a great cause. At Changing Seasons Federal Credit Union, we're committed to supporting our local community, and together, we can make a difference in the fight against hunger. Sign up today. Changing Seasons Federal Credit Union. We're here for what tomorrow brings.
In 18 years, Grant Gill will become an improv legend. That's why he's preparing for it now, with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Whether you need a driveway paved or an entire road covered, expect the best from Eaton. Eaton Paving and Excavation. Looking to install a septic system or leach field? Expect the best from Eaton. Need to shore up some shoreland? Expect the best from Eaton. Eaton Paving and Excavation has been delivering the best results for our customers for more than 2 decades. Call today for your free estimate. Expect the best from Eaton Paving and Excavation. Call 348-5630 or visit our website today at eatonpaving.com.
This or that, this or that. You can do this when you and you that. You can do this when you and you that. You can do this because that's where it's at.
Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Get started today at Angie.com.
ABC 7, Fox 22, Tossie's Checkout, and Mainly Eyes want to send you to see Hank Williams Jr. live in concert with special guest Old Crow Medicine Show, Friday, August 25th at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Tossie's Checkout and Convenience Store in Glenburn. Stop by and check us out. And Mainly Eyes in the Bangor Mall, your #1 choice for eye care and eyewear. Win tickets to see Hank Williams Jr. August 25th on the Bangor waterfront.
Teamsters announced the approval of a new UPS contract, ending the threat of possible delivery disruptions. The union says 86% of its members voted in favor of the 5-year contract. Teamsters say this was the highest vote for a contract in its history at UPS. The contract gives full and part-time workers pay raises of $2.75 per hour this year and $7.50 more by the end of the next 5 years. Teamsters say more than 40 supplemental agreements were also ratified. But the union says the National Master Agreement will go into effect once a supplement covering some workers in Florida is renegotiated. Teamsters represent 340,000 UPS workers. I knew that was an issue for UPS workers. I'm glad to hear there was some resolution there. Okay, looks like we're about out of time for Good Morning Maine today. If you missed anything, please head to foxbangor.com if you want to watch. We're also streaming on ABC7 News at Noon with Susan Farley. Have a great day.